And I like the concept that, I think most of the people are not even aware. Either they are not aware, or generally, the ego comes in between. That they claim credit for the knowledge that they have and whatever little they share. They claim knowledge, but what you said, what is being just passed down from one person to one person to one person. Nobody suddenly discovered.
Yeah. What can we discover pepper rasam? Even our grandmother don't know who started that pepper rasam. Correct. So these things are like that. See, the truth is,
very giving to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
We have to be very giving to acknowledge that no, maybe now I may be passing on what I know to my daughter, but I still am not the originator of that knowledge, and that I got it from elsewhere. I got it, so that actually keeps us very humble and grounded. That aham at every stage. And if we expand it to all the other things that we do, we kind of that aham thing just goes, from every aspect of our life.
True. That is why in one of the 2-minute clip I shared, I always felt, when I say I don't take it wrong,
Yes.
My feeling was people were becoming so bookish even about Veda. They were trying to limit Veda to the books. That is contrary even to the start. When we know what we have is a portion of what is there, obviously a portion of eternity only we have been able to write on books, right? You can't write eternity in books. So when you start becoming so ritualistic, what happens? Oh, it is not said in the Veda. Okay. What is the proof that it is not said in the portions which are not there? We have access only to some portion, right? They will not answer because first they don't know the answer. So when you stop people from questioning, you are stopping people from evolving actually. Imagine if Nachiketa would have told, hey, you are an 8-year-old boy. What do you know about life? I've been living for ages. Stop questioning me. Stop bugging me. Correct? But his questioning was persistent when Yama knew that this fellow is not questioning for curiosity, but he is not going to let go till that reply is there. Did he not conform to that? You just take the Prahalada, Bhakta Prahalada. Everyone saw the fierceness of Lord Narasimha, but he saw only the Lord. He didn't see the form. That means he's a jnani. If he was a normal bhakt, people see that's like jnani. Jnani is the ultimate of the bhaktas. That is why in our tradition, age is just a number. The intention is given and knowledge is always eternal. When we say Veda is Apaurusheya, whatever we are talking is not new. It's like old wine in new bottle. That's it. But you can't, when you use that phrase itself, you say wine. Wine is something which is always there, right? Don't extend the example. I'm just trying to tell you. So it is only this much we can capture. So what they say, Kattradu kai alavu, kalladadu ola halavu. What Newton and other great scientists said, we just stood on the shoulders of the great scientists before us and we saw. Correct? So we have no option but to be humble. There is no option at all. And today is the day of grounding, the day of Earth, Ganesha's day. There is no other way we can go. So this is the primary reason why we should look out to study from tradition. Okay, because that is the first thing which is said. Yes, we are custodians, not creators. So you will not add a masala to it. There is no cultish approach. See, when you apply the principles of karma and bhakti we have shared till now, whether you are a Shakta, whether you are a Vaishnavite, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, it is all applicable. As long as you are okay with logic and common sense. So where does religion even come into that play? So anything coming from the source is always neutral to any caste, creed, culture or religion or gender or age or anything. That is why we have to constantly feel that we have to be grateful and humble. one last thing what it says is, it's called patrata, means the eligibility. Just because the knowledge is there, we cannot call a 2-year-old child and talk about Bhagavad Gita, right? That is the common sense. Same, if there is someone who is first trying to find a job, you can't make them sit and do all these things because their livelihood is at stake, because their deha dharma and their dharma towards the immediate family has to be fulfilled. So when you share knowledge, only this discretion has to be taken. Whether that person is hungry for implementing, whether they are ready, things like that. Other than that, knowledge is for humanity or animal kingdom, they are all utilizing. That's why the birds and the butterflies are able to fly back even after 3-4 generations. There is no clutter in their mind. They just take signals and keep flying. We have clutter, so we have division, we have confusion. So this is one thing. We have to share knowledge is universal, but this common sense of patrata has to be used. Other than that, there is no obstacle for all these things.